Nice looking bike. This is the CGO800S e-bike. I just unboxed it. This is my first look at it, and I wanted to go through its features and share some of my thoughts about this. Hey, I'm missing a plug on this side. Found it in the bottom of the box. Looks like they use a pressed valve, which means I'm gonna have to switch this around. I don't have my gauge on me. I'm just gonna pump until I feel it's good, I guess. Man, just taking a look at this thing, it looks really nice. I love the appearance of it. The color I chose is the blue one, but they have a different variety as well. I feel like just looking at the overall e-bike itself, it looks pretty slender in like smaller condensed size, so it'll probably be easy to maneuver, and I bet it's gonna be more lightweight. It feels super lightweight, honestly, for an e-bike. I mean, compared to a normal bicycle, it'll obviously be heavier than that, but I have a lot of e-bikes that are kind of heavier, bulky, harder to manage, where this doesn't feel like that. I'm also a fan of the contour of these handlebars. They're swept back, they look really nice. Also, looking at the frame, it has a step-through design, which makes it easier to get on and off of, and I think they advertise this a little bit more for women, but I personally think it looks nice. I bet it's suitable for both people. I think this looks awesome, and I can't wait to take it out to see what it's actually like riding it. But the appearance of it, it's a win. Taking a look at the back of it, it has a rear rack that was included and already assembled, which makes it really nice. The max weight capacity though is only 5 kilograms, which I think comes out to like 11 pounds. So this isn't gonna hold a lot of heavy weight, but this is nice if you have like small things, water bottle, different things you wanna put a basket in here and just haul stuff with you. That could be nice if you ever run to the store. Also comes with nice fenders on it as well. That's always a nice touch. The pedals look sweet to me as well. They have this grip tape on them that feels like they're going to be a little bit more grippy versus just the standard flimsy pedals that they give you sometimes on cheap e-bikes. So those look good. Look at this screen display. Oh, I forgot to peel off the sticker. I like that. That is a clean looking screen there. I haven't turned it on yet, but I like that it's integrated right into the frame here. That looks really nice. There's a password protected. What is my password? That's the real question. Boom, I'm in. 0000. If you want to steal my e-bike, now you know my combo for now. Dude, the screen layout looks really nice. The way the graphics even slid into frame, it was like very sleek. It wasn't like the old internet from like the 90s. This thing looked awesome when it turned on. I love the look of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different pedal assist levels you got. One of the big things I'm a fan of with the screen as well, that it shows your battery life in percentages. And that's so much nicer than just having like a bar indicator, because you're always wondering in the back of your head, like, am I about to run out of battery? But this way, it just shows you the exact number you're at. That's sweet. I've tested like over 35 different e-bikes, and this screen right now is like one of the cleanest I've seen. No throttle on this thing, so this is just pedaling only. You're not gonna be able to get a throttle to help boost you up hills, so hopefully this has the power to get me up hills. No way, dude. This e-bike comes with blinkers too. Why have I not known this? I literally have done zero prior research before this review, so this is all fun for me. So it's a nice touch that they included integrated lights into this e-bike, and it's kind of a bonus that they have blinkers in the rear of it. The few things that would make this a little bit better would be that when you squeeze the brakes, if this light glowed brighter, that would be nice to signal to people that you're braking actually. And then the other benefit would be that when you turn your blinker on, it would be nice if it gave you like an audible sound to let you know that your blinker is on, so you don't forget and just keep riding with it on. It does have an indicator on the screen, but it would be nice if it had like a clicking noise as well to just give you an additional representation that your blinker's on. Hydraulic brakes on this bad lad. They feel good. Now, compared to their CGO600 Pro e-bike, this has a little bit thicker tires than that, which I feel like will help dampen down any stones or cracks that you go over top of. And then it also has front suspension here to give you a little more cushion as well. So I think that'll be a nice smooth combination. The seat on it isn't one of those bulky foam cushiony seats. This is a little more slender. It's a nice brand, Selle Royale. It feels like a dense foam, so it still feels comfortable. I bet it'll get the job done and be suitable for this e-bike. One of my favorite features about this e-bike is right here, this carbon belt drive. This is supposed to be a lot better when it comes to doing less maintenance on it compared to a chain, and it just doesn't get you as greasy and all that stuff. Just based off of the features that this has and the parts that it comes equipped with, I would say that this is a nice premium e-bike. It looks like they use quality parts on it, so I feel like this is gonna make for a comfortable ride, but that's what we gotta find out. We gotta test this bad boy out and see what it's like. So I took some time to ride this around my neighborhood just to get a better feel for it. And now I wanted to share with you my experience of what it was actually like using this product. So the first thing to me that stands out compared to all the other e-bikes that I've tested out on this channel is that this one to me by far feels the most intuitive and natural feeling when you actually start to pedal it. They use a magnetic torque sensor, and I've tested a lot of other torque sensors out before, but this one feels different. It feels like it responds so much quicker, so much faster, it's way more adaptive, so you can be in pedal assist level 5 and pedal it really slowly, and it still is just gently moving along with you, and then as you add pressure and power, the e-bike takes off and it's right there underneath your feet. So it just responds super quickly, and that's the one thing that I notice about this. There's like no lag to it, so it feels very natural. And I think part of me was surprised of how smooth it felt, especially because there's no gears that you can shift to increase your resistance or decrease it. So I'm strictly relying on the motor and the torque sensor to adapt when I'm going up hills and stuff. But I felt like it did fine. I feel like that's the best thing about this. And like I said, I feel like I've tested a lot of other e-bikes, and this one by far is the smoothest when it comes to adapting to how you're pedaling. So I guess one takeaway for me is that this is very beginner friendly. Since you're not needing to shift through gears, there's no throttle on it to lose control with. All you're doing is pedaling it like a normal bicycle, and the bike is doing the rest. So I feel like this is very beginner friendly for people who aren't avid cyclists. I feel like you'll hop on this and find it to be a lot of fun when you ride it. The one thing I would say about the riding performance though is that this e-bike has a top speed of 20 miles an hour, but when I was going up hills, it was a little bit hard to reach that top speed. I felt the most comfortable pedaling it at like 17 miles an hour when I was going uphill, but getting it all the way up to that top speed level when you're climbing a hill was a little bit more challenging. You definitely have to put some effort into the pedals. This is a 350 watt motor, so it isn't the biggest, largest motor that you can get, but other than that, it held up fine, and I oftentimes ride my e-bikes a little more leisurely. I like to casually ride, so it's not like I depend on it going 20 miles an hour all the time, especially going up hills. It's a little bit more challenging, but other than that, it seemed fine. I didn't have any issues with it. They do advertise that you'll get a max range of 53 miles on one charge, but when I actually put this to use and actually used it, my results were more around 35 miles on one charge, but I personally was riding this in like pedal assist 4 or 5 the whole time. There wasn't much riding it in 1 or 2, and I have some hills and I'm riding it on gravel roads, and it's super hot outside, so like all of those things factor into it. But I was pleased with the performance and the battery life that it gave me. I never felt like the battery just rapidly started to die on me. It felt like it held its charge pretty good throughout the day. When I was testing this e-bike out and using it, I found out that it comes with an app, which that's kind of cool. So I downloaded that, and it actually pairs to your screen here to give you the same metrics on here on your phone as well. So you can see how far you ride. You can track all your data on your phone basically, which that's kind of a nice touch. But then the one cool thing about it that I didn't know this feature even existed is that if you type on your phone in the app a destination you want to go to, whether it's a local park, you can type it in your phone here, and then it will display which way to turn on your screen here, so you don't have to have your phone out the whole time. You can just ride your bike and it's like turn right, turn left, turn right, and it'll take you to your destination. So that's kind of cool. I think it's a unique feature that I haven't seen in any of my other e-bikes that I've tested out. The belt drive works great. You'd be surprised at how nice this feels even though it doesn't have any gears. The one thing that you might run into an issue is if you fully kill your battery and you have to pedal this like a normal bicycle, then there's no shifting gears and making it easier or harder resistance in your pedals when you're actually using it. That's if you kill your battery, so you should try to keep it fully charged up. That way you don't run into that one issue, but for the most part, I don't think that'll happen to too many people because the top range on this is so much that I feel like you should have ample battery power to get you around where you need to go. I didn't put anything on the rear rack. Yeah, I know it says only 11 pounds, but like, I feel like I could sit on here and it's gonna hold me. I don't want to break it, but definitely feel like it could. Okay, so it can hold me, and I'm like 158. So it advertises that it can hold 11 pounds, but I'm 158 and it held me, so who knows, but yeah, it feels more durable than 11 pounds. I just want to point that out as well. It is a little bit skinnier though, so you might need to get like a larger basket to sit on here if you want to haul stuff actually, because this is a little bit skinnier of a rear rack, but not bad at all. So my wife got to test out this bike as well, so I want to hear what are your thoughts about it. What do you think about riding this one compared to our other bikes that we have? What's the differences you feel when it comes to the riding performance?
I like that it's step-through frame. I'm always a big fan of that. It's easy to get on and off the bike. And for the performance, I like that it's very like adaptive to how you ride. Like if I pedal quicker, it helps me with the smooth transition. It wasn't like pulling away from me when I'd start to pedal with too much power, but it still, the power was there when I needed it. So I'm pleased with that.
You heard it here first, folks. At the time of this recording, the Tenways CGO800S is priced at $1,600. To me, that feels pretty reasonable actually. I know that might seem high to some or cheap to others, but honestly for the performance that this thing offers you in the technology and just the quality components that they use, I feel like that's a very fair price. I honestly think it's priced very fairly in my opinion for what this offers you. I don't feel like you're gonna find this quality of an e-bike much cheaper than this. You're just not. You're gonna start lacking different components on it if you start dropping that price down. So I can't complain there. I think they packaged this in at a pretty fair rate. Overall, I feel like this is a good choice for an e-bike. If this showed up at your doorstep, I feel like you'd be pretty happy with it. It's a nice ride. It has good quality components on it, and it just feels fun. That's about it. It's just a good ride overall. I don't have much to complain about this bike. I feel like they did a lot of things right with it. I feel like if you're someone who commutes or rides for fun or goes around your neighborhood, this is a sweet choice for you. Good job, Tenways. Good job you for watching. I'll put a link in the description below if you want to check this out for yourself, and catch you on another one.